Earnhardt leading, Wallace second, and there's Bobby Allison, who had the lead earlier. He has been slowing down steadily, but still in third position at the moment. And the white flag, 1 lap to go for Dale Earnhardt, seeking his first win of the season, but still he was the point leader coming in, and Earnhardt right now just about 2/3 of a lap away from picking up his first win of 1980 and adding to that point lead.
Dale Earnhardt, a very talented young man indeed. To win the Rookie of the Year last year and to come in and start this season with such tremendous success is impressive. It must confirm all the fears that the established drivers had last year when they saw him, because at that time they thought this one is going to be a good one.
And the checkered flag for the 28-year-old Earnhardt out of Kannapolis, North Carolina, winning the Atlanta 500. Rusty Wallace, a big star on the USAC Stock Car Trail, makes his NASCAR debut by finishing second. A most impressive showing. And the veteran from Hueytown, Alabama, in car number 15, Bobby Allison, winding up third.
The white flag is out for Dale Earnhardt. 1.5 miles to go. 500 miles will be completed just a matter of seconds now. This position is almost completely assured. But here is the battle. Baker sets himself up in Yarborough's draft. If he can take advantage of that draft, start out around to the left and on into second place. Here's Dale Earnhardt off the 4th turn and down toward the checkered flag. Victory belongs to Dale Earnhardt.
17th career win for Benny Parsons. He pulls it off here at the Ontario Motor Speedway with his splendid victory over Neil Bonnet, and Dale Earnhardt wins the national champion.
Here we go, the white flag, 1 lap to go on the Rebel 500 with Dale Earnhardt, the 1980 Grand National Champion. The man who has led for almost the entire second half of this race. His car has run extremely well all day. Cale Yarborough, a masterful performance today. No matter what happens to Cale, that car not aerodynamically sound. It is not handled 100%, and yet Cale is still right there. However, unable to pick up any ground. It is Earnhardt cruising along as they'll come out of turn number 4. One last gasp now for Cale Yarborough as he tries to go to the inside, but he cannot get him.
Only the front 2 have a crack at it. Those other cars are all a lap or more now. The white flag is out. This is it. The last lap at Talladega is the typical Talladega last lap. Waltrip in first. Earnhardt leans back by about 3 car lengths. The place to make the move would be in turn number 3. He comes out of 2 and squares it away.
I think he'll make the move as he goes into turn 3 right now. He's heading down the backstretch. He makes his move, moves around Darrell Waltrip, bringing Bobby Allison with him. That's what he was hoping he would do. Allison will have an effect on the outcome of this race.
So Allison pulls around. Now here comes Waltrip. He'll get 1 counter charge out of the tri-oval area. Waltrip will take 1 more shot. And here he comes. Allison dropping down, giving him room. He moves to the inside. There are lap cars there. Waltrip is coming up. They come up with a lap car, and the winner is Earnhardt.
Fantastic racing. You see the crew, Bud Moore and the crew very happy there.
1 lap to go. As this tremendous group of cars thunders into turn number 1. Terry Labonte in front. Earnhardt is there in second. Then in third, it's Buddy Baker on the outside. Bobby Allison is in fourth. Harry Gant is on the inside in fifth. At 200 miles an hour, all of these cars contesting for the lead. Earnhardt closes ground. He's going to try the high side. Earnhardt going to turn 3 at 200 miles an hour. Winds it up, fires it in there. And it's Earnhardt going in front. Baker to second, Labonte back to third. It is still Allison in fourth. And now on the inside, Terry Labonte begins to move. Labonte back to second as they switch positions and shuffle down out of the turn. Dale
Right for Earnhardt. They're racing for second back there and opens the door for Earnhardt.
As they come out of the tri-oval, headed for the line. The question will be who will be second. The checkered flag belongs today to the Richard Childress crew. Dale Earnhardt has done it again. The first man to ever win it 2 years in a row.
Where's the law?
Final flag. Let himself piece off a race car earlier today. There's Cale Yarborough showing a little smoke. White flag is being extended. White flag is out.
Remember that Earnhardt lost by a car length to Benny Parsons here in March. He may win it by 4 or 5 lengths today.
Certainly looks like he has things well in hand as he carries about a 10-car length lead down the backstretch and goes into the third turn for the final time.
Okay, this is it for all the marbles. $336,000 at stake. And Dale Earnhardt, who's been outside on this race, the Atlanta Journal 500, is about to step into victory lane. He's out of turn number 4. Coming down, checkered flag is unfurled, and Earnhardt takes it home. Dale Earnhardt is victorious by just about a half second over Bill Elliott in second place. Here he is coming around. White flag is about to appear. Number 11, Waltrip, closes in. As they go to the first turn, Waltrip onto Bodine. Earnhardt draws away by 4 car lengths.
And Darrell Waltrip is going to try it on the inside, going in the third corner. Bodine shuts him off.
Last lap, off turn number 4 to win the Richmond 400. It will be, for the first time in his racing career, Dale Earnhardt. Earnhardt has done it for the Richard Childress team.
And there it is, the 1 more lap to go signal for Dale Earnhardt. He moves the car into turn 1. Keeps it in the middle of the racetrack through turn 2 and on to the backstretch. Ricky Rudd still several car lengths behind. There's clear sailing for Dale Earnhardt. He comes off of the 4th corner. The checkered flag is out. Dale Earnhardt wins the Valley Dale 500. Second place is Ricky Rudd. And third spot is going to go to Terry Labonte.
White flag will be coming up this time around. Harold Kinder points at Dale Earnhardt. Waves the white flag. Earnhardt acknowledges he goes into turn number 1. He is following Darrell Waltrip. Dave Marcus is between Dale Earnhardt and Tim Richmond. Through turn number 3, turn number 4. Here comes Dale Earnhardt. He will sweep both races at the Bristol International Speedway in 1985.
Waltrip again applies the bumper to Earnhardt. Again, now a lap down, will have to fight off Ricky Rudd for 3rd, and there's 1 lap to go.
Earnhardt had Darrell Waltrip was alongside Dale Earnhardt just a moment ago. Can he do it again?
Last chance for Waltrip will be in turns 3 and 4. Earnhardt takes them into the corner. Waltrip will be looking low. They're both right down against the curbing, and Earnhardt stutters a bit coming off turn number 4, late getting on the throttle, and Waltrip has no place to go. Earnhardt wins the Goodies 500. His 4th victory of 1985 and the 14th of his Winston Cup career.
Here they come for the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Dale Earnhardt is on the lead. And I don't believe that Darrell is going to catch him. Will the car hold under Dale Earnhardt? We continue to watch the battle for 3rd also behind Dale. It is still Bobby Allison in 3rd. And I don't believe that Neil is going to be able to catch Bobby. They come off of corner number 4. There is the 3rd place, Bobby Allison. Dale Earnhardt is on the main straightaway and accepts the checkered flag and wins the Trans-South 500. Waltrip finishes 2nd, Bobby Allison 3rd, and Neil Bonnet winds up 4th.
The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. We'll watch Dale Earnhardt and Ricky Rudd. Down in turn number 2 now. Rudd hangs on to the lead. They come off the 2nd corner and down the backstretch. Earnhardt lengthens his lead to about 5 car lengths. They're in turn 3. Now turn 4, off the corner. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400. Rudd finishes 2nd. Here comes Bodine in 3rd, then Waltrip, and then Joe Ruttman.
Coming out of turn 4 and heading down the front straightaway will be Dale Earnhardt. He will get the white flag this time by from Harold Kinder. 1 lap to go for Dale Earnhardt to win the Coca-Cola 600. And Dale Earnhardt takes his Wrangler machine into turn 1. He's in the middle of turn 1 now, heading into turn 2. He has no traffic around him. No chance really to get into trouble as he slides by a lapped car there. Dale Earnhardt alone on the racetrack in the middle of the back straightaway. Our battle for 2nd place again is Richmond and Yarborough. And Yarborough still running 3rd. Heading into turn 3, it's Dale Earnhardt. Earnhardt looks like he second. Coast home now to the Coca-Cola 600 victory. Earnhardt, the crowd is on its feet and waving as Earnhardt now on the front straightaway. The checkered flag is out. Dale Earnhardt wins this race, and it's going to be Tim Richmond who takes second.
Well, I'm sure he realizes that he's got a pretty soft advantage, a pretty comfortable advantage over Harry Gant, and barring any unforeseen problems, barring a driver error or driver mistake, he should be able to bring the car home to victory lane. He should be getting the white flag this time from Harold Kinder as he comes across, and Dale Earnhardt should lead the last lap.
Okay, Dale Earnhardt on the last lap. Here he comes, hopefully trying to claim victory here. Dale Earnhardt has the white flag out for the final lap. He's out of turn 2 now and down on the back straightaway. If Earnhardt can hold the lead this time around, he will win the Oakwood Homes 500. He's in turn 3 now with a very comfortable lead over Harry Gant. Earnhardt moves into turn 4. And now the crowd on its feet and waving and cheering for Dale Earnhardt of nearby Kannapolis, and Earnhardt has won the Oakwood Homes 500.
One lap to go. Back in 1979, Dale Earnhardt won the Rookie of the Year honors in Winston Cup competition, and Neil Bonnet is slowing down on the racetrack.
Got to be fuel. Got to be fuel.
Neil running in second position in this race. May be out of fuel. Dale Earnhardt is on the backstretch. He won Rookie of the Year in 1979. He came back the next year and won the Winston Cup in 1980. And now, Dale Earnhardt at Atlanta, Georgia on a Sunday afternoon in November wins the Atlanta Journal 500 and wins the Winston Cup for the second time in his career. Dale Earnhardt is champion. And the pit crew goes wild. Just in front of us down on pit road.
On his way, this will sprint him up in those point standings in front of Elliott by a pretty good margin. White flag is out on Earnhardt, on Bodine, on Wallace, Elliott, Labonte coming across the strike. Final lap for Dale Earnhardt, and right where he met disaster, waving in his last lap. Crash up in turn 3. A crash in 3, getting through it. There's Schrader in the wall, needling his way through comes Dale Earnhardt. He's going to win it after a car crashes. 2 of them have crashed in turn number 3, and he picked the right spot to move through and take it home.
Elliott hasn't won there since 1985. Can he make it? Jerry, he was way down out of the groove the last time he went into turn number 3. Do you suppose by taking different lines than what he has been accustomed to all day, he's trying to slosh whatever fuel is left there? He is definitely not on the hammer as he has been up to this point, taking it very carefully. About 2/3 of a lap to go. I think it's exactly what he's doing, Larry. I think the car may even be coughing a little bit, burping possibly, sputtering as he comes out of the corners. Elliott is off of it. He's out of it. Now does Earnhardt have enough time to catch him? It's likely that he does. Elliott is practically coasting through 3 and 4. Here comes Dale Earnhardt, definitely at a much higher speed. Dale Earnhardt goes around the out-of-fuel Bill Elliott, and Dale Earnhardt is going to win the Trans-South 500, his second win of 1987.
The white flag is displayed by Harold Kinder, the NASCAR starter. Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win, his 4th win of 1987 out of 6 races. The only other 2 winners, Ricky Rudd, and of course the winner of the Daytona 500, Bill Elliott. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro. The battle for 3rd place goes to Neil Bonnet, although Alan Kowicki was right on his back bumper. This time around, the white flag will be displayed, and there will be one more lap to go on this .533 high bank half mile. The white flag comes out. Dale Earnhardt is about to win his 5th race of the year in 7 attempts. Richard Petty, that far behind, is going to come up short, though. Here comes Dale Earnhardt off of turn number 4, and the checkered flag drops. Dale wins another. His 25th career win and his 5th win of 1987. He has only lost 2 races this year.
And white flag from Harold Kinder. One more time, and Earnhardt will set a record. 4 consecutive wins. 6 wins in the first 8 starts.
Just a remarkable show. You know, everybody's going to say, well, sure, Bodine had it won and he spun out and Earnhardt takes the victory. But Dale Earnhardt was there in a position to inherit the lead if something happened to the other guy. It did. And here comes Dale Earnhardt off turn 4. Checkered flag for the victory here in Martinsville on the Sovereign Bank 500. Rusty Wallace will finish 2nd ahead of Jeff Bodine, who is a car length and a half back in 3rd. And the best career finish for Phil Parsons, car 55, finishing in 4th. And there Rusty Wallace pulls up alongside Earnhardt for the congratulatory wave.
Ken, we talked at the top of the show about the youth. Kyle Petty is 27 years old. Davey Allison is 26 years old. Dale Earnhardt, not an old man, at 35.
They're trying to age him a little right here as the white flag comes out. Down to the stripe, dropping all the way below the line. Earnhardt getting really fancy as he tries to break the draft, and Allison moves in. Davey Allison definitely closed the ground.
Earnhardt's car working so well on the low side of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2 will let him pick up a little bit of an advantage. It might be enough to hold off Allison's advantage in 3 or 4, but we'll see.
Here they come. Last lap to decide it all. Earnhardt, the defending Winston Cup champion, trying to hold off Davey Allison. Allison is making his move. He closes. He pulls up. He's pulling alongside. Davey Allison on the high side. Earnhardt on the bottom. Here they come to the line. Allison trying to drop low as they come to the line. It will be by 4 or 5 car lengths. Car number 3.
Alan Kulwicki says to Dale Earnhardt, they're off at turn 3, headed down for the start-finish line.
1 lap to go. White flag from Harold Kinder. 2.5 miles of racing remaining here on this triangular layout in the Pocono Mountains.
Alan Kulwicki, a half a car length back, Eli, in turn 1. He knows he's got to make his move. This is where his car is the strongest. Can Kulwicki do it? Boom, a little tap again, and Earnhardt is high. Kulwicki on the bottom of the track. They're door to door up to turn 2.
Alan Kulwicki found that inside groove to his liking. He'll try and out-accelerate Earnhardt. Now again, let's watch Kulwicki's car, because coming off turn 2, as we've been telling you, his car has been riding up a little bit. He has the inside lane covered. And again, the car rides up a little bit more. Earnhardt was waiting for it, finds the inside groove, and Dale Earnhardt now pulls off for the lead. And that might have been the experience of Earnhardt, knowing, as we all have been pointing out, exactly what Kulwicki's car has been doing.
And look at this. Earnhardt says, see you, but Kulwicki says, not yet, buddy. We've still got about a half a mile to go.
Off turn 3, the crew is watching. Cecil Gordon and the rest all cheering. Earnhardt will pick up the victory. Alan Kulwicki will finish 2nd.
Earnhardt apparently has radioed the Richard Childress crew that he wants oxygen immediately when the checkered flag falls, and it will fall next time around. The white flag is out. He's not going to try to do battle with Richard Petty. He's going to let Richard finish on the lead lap in 5th. Dale Earnhardt from Kannapolis, North Carolina, comes off of corner number 4 and takes the checkered flag. Earnhardt has won again in 1987. The Southern 500 has been called off. The winner, Dale Earnhardt. Finishing 2nd was Rusty Wallace. 3rd was Richard Petty. 4th, Sterling Marlin. And finishing in 5th position was Terry Labonte.
Just a couple laps remaining, as you see.
And now Waltrip begins to move in on Dale Earnhardt. 2 laps to go. We have trouble. A couple of cars together. And Neil Bonnet spins, and we have a tags the wall in turn 1.
And the caution is going to come out on the speedway as the leaders come past. This now is for the win, then. Earnhardt will hold off Waltrip. They get the white flag and the caution from Harold Kinder. You cannot pass under caution, so that now technically was for the win. Darrell Waltrip will not be able to legally pass Earnhardt. He's going past him there, but that is not for position. And there's Neil Bonnet, who brought out that caution on lap number 399.
And remember now, if the yellow comes out after the white has been displayed, it's anybody's ball game. You can race back to that checker, but the yellow came out before the white. They must hold position, and checkered flag goes to Dale Earnhardt.
The victory is the 11th of the year for Dale Earnhardt in 22 races. He is batting .500, regardless of the sport.
Okay, well, let's go to Pat Patterson with one of the other stories of today's
The man that won a championship today is here. He finished second. Dale, let me be one of the first to congratulate you. You're the 1987 Winston Cup champion, and you finished second today, and that was a good shot for you, too.
Well, that ain't bad. You know, the guys worked hard all year long. It was a great year for us, and, you know, Wrangler and Goodwrench carried us all the way, and, you know, it's good to wrap it up here at Rockingham since we didn't do it at Charlotte. And, you know, it's just a good day for us. Everybody's worked hard all year, and you know, I feel like I could have run Bill down. I got a little anxious there and was running him down, and I lost the car and got in the wall, and caused us to mess the car up. Had to adjust on it and get it back to where I could drive it pretty decent. So I was lucky really to come back to second.
We've been looking at this hat with Pop on top of it. Let's explain that for the television audience.
Well, it's in commemoration of Raymond Boole's dad died this week, and we all called him Pop around the pits, and somebody worked for Copenhagen. It wrapped, had the hats made up, and everybody's been wearing them today, just sort of memory of him.
Dale, on the incident where you did clip the wall, what exactly did happen over there? Did you knock the toe in out that bad?
Well, I just went in the corner too hard and lost it, is what started it all, but I caught the right rear with the wall, and it throwed the front end back into it and knocked the toe end off. And I'm sure the ball joints and stuff have been in it too, but they adjusted the toe end and got it where it drove pretty decent when we came back to second.
Final question, are you glad it's over as far as the championship goes?
Well, yeah, you know, we're looking to next year now for our championship goes, but we got 2 more races this year we'd like to win.
Okay, that's Dale Earnhardt, the 1987 Winston Cup champion. Now let's go to Dave Despain.
Wallace can hang on to it.
That time by, Keith. Get this, Dale Earnhardt, 170.37, and I mean, he really had the pedal down that time. 327 laps here in Atlanta. He's running over 170 miles an hour.
Well, if he doesn't wreck between here and the clubhouse or faint, he's won it. It'll be his 32nd victory in Winston Cup Series competition. There it is. Wallace is second.
Bill Parsons just ahead of Earnhardt. Bill running unofficially in the 10th spot as we have it. We'll, of course, give you a full rundown once this race winds down. 1 lap to go. White flag is out from Harold Kinder, signifying 1 lap remaining for the race leader, Dale Earnhardt.
Earnhardt looking for his 33rd career win and his second win on the year. Over $7 million in career earnings. He will go over the $300,000 mark this year by taking this victory.
He'll follow Benny Parsons off turn 4 for the 2nd time this year. Dale Earnhardt accepts the checkered flag from Harold Kinder. Sterling Marlin finishes second, and the celebrating in the Goodwrench Richard Childress pit area.
Doyle Ford has the white flag in hand, and next time around he'll display it, indicating 1 more lap to go. Earnhardt has really got his hands full. Bill Elliott is waiting for just that slightest bobble, allowing him to take the lead. Here they come off the 4th corner. This is the last lap of the race, and Elliott is trying to pull alongside. Cannot do it. They've got leg speed to go around there in turn number 1. They go into the 36 degrees of banking on the 2nd turn. Down the backstretch now for the final time. It is still Dale Earnhardt leading Bill Elliott into turn number 3. Elliott will make a final bid, but it's not going to work. Dale Earnhardt wins the Busch 500. Bill Elliott finishes in 2nd position, and Jeff Bodine, I believe, is going to pick up 3rd with Davey Allison 4th. Off of corner number 4, and Earnhardt receives the white flag. 1 more lap around this 5/8 mile track, and here is a battle now for 2nd position as Mark Martin is trying to challenge Alan Kowicki for 2nd. Martin is up high in number 6.
Almost got into the wall, but here he comes on the outside again as to go into.
Here comes Earnhardt off the corner. He's going to win the race. The battle is for 2nd position, and who's going to take it? Kowicki wins by 1 carling. Oh! Here he comes off corner number 4. The white flag is out. One more lap to go for Dale Earnhardt from Kannapolis, North Carolina. There is the interval between himself and Mark Martin. And Martin, for the moment, does not have a challenge from Ken Schrader and is going to be able to maintain that second spot, it would appear. Now, less than a half lap to go. Earnhardt sets the car into turn number 3 for the final time, keeping it low on the racetrack down near that white line. He comes off of corner number 4. The fans cheer, and Dale Earnhardt has won the Budweiser 500. Terry Labonte Mark Martin finishes second, and Ken Schrader is third, with Terry Labonte fourth and Rusty Wallace in fifth. And Mark Martin draws alongside the Earnhardt car and says, nice race. Bobby Hillin has had a great run, but unfortunately Darrell Waltrip did not have a good day. The white flag comes out, and we are on the final lap of the 1989 version of the Heinz Southern 500. Dale Earnhardt from Kannapolis, North Carolina, now has just about one half lap to go before he becomes a two-time winner of this great event. Earnhardt in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet takes the car to the middle of the racetrack in turns number 3 and 4. He comes off of corner number 4 looking for the checkered flag. The fans are on their feet. He waves to them. The checkered flag is out, and Earnhardt wins the Southern 500. And the Richard Childress crew celebrates. Mark Martin comes in within 2 car lengths of Dale Earnhardt as they both move off the 4th corner and get the white flag from Harold Kinder. One more lap to go. Can Mark Martin pull off the win, or is Dale Earnhardt going to hold him off? They move both low into turns 1 and 2. Mark Martin within a car length now as they go down the backstretch. He'll have to make the move soon if he's going to do it. He's still about a car length behind. They move into the 3rd and 4th corners. Dale Earnhardt has things in hand. Here they come off the 4th corner. A little bit of smoke from Mark Martin's car, but he's not going to do it. Dale Earnhardt wins the Peak Performance 500 with Mark Martin finishing a close second. White flag. One more lap to go for Dale Earnhardt. And Rusty Wallace. And Rusty Wallace in his bid to become the 1989 Winston Cup champion. He is about to put his name in the record books among the greats. Buck Baker, Lee Petty, Joe Weatherly, Ned Jarrett, David Pearson, Bobby Isaac, Benny Parsons, Cale Yarborough, Richard Petty, Bobby Allison, Terry Labonte, Darrell Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt, and Bill Elliott. Here comes the checkered flag. There's the end of the race. Dale Earnhardt wins the Atlanta Journal 500.
White flag will come out to Dale Earnhardt as they come around. He's on the home stretch now. He sees the white flag, pulls away a little bit from Shepard. On to the final lap. Can Earnhardt hold on? Can Shepard hold on to his position? Earnhardt out in front. They come to the backstretch. The final mile is 500. Earnhardt was here in Daytona. It didn't work. Will it work today? He works his way through 3 on to turn 4. The Chevrolet of Dale Earnhardt now begins to wind up for the final time. And Earnhardt picks up the checkered flag as everybody scrambles in a battle across the line to finish this race. Here comes Earnhardt off of corner number 4. And the white flag waves by Harold Kinder. 1 more lap to go for Dale Earnhardt. He keeps the advantage over Mark Martin, about 2.5, maybe 3 car lengths down the backstretch. There's now just 1/2 lap to go. Mark Martin trying everything he can to pull off a victory here this afternoon, but it looks as if he's going to come up short. Here comes Dale Earnhardt down off the banking. On the main straightaway, Dale Earnhardt wins the Trans-South 500.
White flag for the last time. Harold Kinder is going to wave the white flag on a Winston Cup stock car race.
Here it is. One more lap to go. Will it be Earnhardt or will it be Greg Sachs? Let's follow them around and see what happens.
Earnhardt keeps a rod down on the bottom of the racetrack. Sachs backed up to get a good run off the second corner, Ned.
Yep, did he back up too much? I think he did, because Earnhardt saw that move. Look, Earnhardt all the way down, almost in the grass. Drafted Bill Elliott just to get a little bit of help there.
Don't think Greg Sachs is going to be able to do it. He does close in just a little bit and comes within a car length.
It's a long way from the fourth turn down to the start-finish line, though.
It is a long way. Here we are. They come out of the 33 degrees of banking onto the tri-oval, banked at 18 degrees. Still, Greg Sachs runs behind Dale Earnhardt. Sachs looks to the inside. Is he going to be able to do it? He now looks to the outside. They cross the line. No, it's Dale Earnhardt winning the Winston 500, and Greg Sachs with a beautiful battle in second position.
It's down to this. White flag is out. Last lap, 4 cars under the flag. Going into turn number 1. Ernie Irvan peels off, tries to move below number 3. Right there is Dale Earnhardt, trying to win this race for the second time.
Earnhart's car is strong coming off of the low groove, drifting up into the turn, so he'll drive her low going into turn 3.
Final turns, final lap. This is it. $680,000 at stake. The Michigan 400. Earnhardt in front with that Chevrolet. The Oldsmobile in second. 2 Fords right behind them, coming to the flag. Checkers about to be extended. And this Michigan 400 belongs to Dale Earnhardt. His second win in this great event.
Now the white flag comes out, and there's one more lap to go for Dale Earnhardt. Let's see if a similar situation happens here as happened in February. He loses the race on the last lap. If he wins this race, he will be departing Daytona International Speedway almost immediately, because he has to go to Cleveland, Ohio for an IROC race. Now he moves off the second corner and down the backstretch. Look at Bobby Hillin passing Dale Jarrett, and here comes Harry Gant passing Dale also.
Apparently the new tires they took on have paid off. Jarrett is running 6, now he drops back to 8.
Earnhardt moves safely through that area that he had the problem in during the Daytona 500. He appears to be on his way to victory for the first time in his career at Daytona. Earnhardt brings it down through the tri-oval. There's the checkered flag, and Dale Earnhardt wins the Pepsi 400.
Alan Kowicki is second. Well, traffic will not come into play, David, on this last lap. As the white flag goes down, they have clear running.
Mark Martin back at 10. This is it to decide it all, and it's another Talladega finish. Unbelievable, the racing we get here. Through turn 1, Earnhardt in front. Elliott closing just a little.
He's going to have to close a lot, Ken. He'll have to do it better than he's doing it right now if he's going to pass Earnhardt before he gets back to the start-finish line.
Trims a car length.
Elliott's foot absolutely quivering now on the foot on the gas pedal. I think he's pressing it just like he is.
Gets another half car length. Falls back half a car length. Out of 4. Here they come for the finish. This is it. To the side.
Yellow flag is out along with the checkered flag about to come out.
Racing to the line. Checkers about to be unfurled. As they come down through, dropping through, it'll be car number 3. Earnhardt has done it again. The first 3-time winner of the Die Hard 500, and he wins the bonus. He's the 3rd man in history to sit on the pole and drive home for the checkers.
As we watch Earnhardt go around the corner, Bob Jenkins, happy birthday on Tuesday.
Oh, thank you, Benny.
How old are you, 52?
No, I'm 39.
You heard that again, Bud. 13 down here. White flag for Dale Earnhardt.
And happy birthday to Joshua Goldberg, the son of our producer, who celebrates a birthday on the same day that I do. 1 year old Joshua will be on Tuesday. And Dale Earnhardt is on his final lap in the Southern 500.
Looking to through 3 and 4.
Looking to become the second, win this race for the second consecutive year. He is in turn number 4 now. Dale Earnhardt brings the car off the banking. Here's the checkered flag, and Dale Earnhardt wins the Southern 500 for 1990.
The 57 car is pushing the 5 car around each lap here to the end of the race, I would say.
Jimmy Spencer hanging right in to help somebody. He knows he hasn't got a flat chance today, but trying to keep another car in contention out here today. White flag is out. Final lap is underway. Earnhardt is in the lead. Martin is in second spot. Go down through the first and second turn for the last time. This is to decide it all. Earnhardt in the number 3, going into turn number 3.
down for the finish. Mark Martin in that second spot on the bottom of the racetrack. They are across the line, and the checker falls, and it's win number 8 of 1990 for Dale Earnhardt.
White flag is out for our leader, Dale Earnhardt.
Final lap for Dale Earnhardt as the Goodwrench Chevrolet goes hustling off into turn 1. They have got to be smiling in the Goodwrench pits if they can just hold on for about 3/4 of a mile. Where is Mark Martin? There's Earnhardt. Martin, well, there he is, trying to hold on. He's still being shown in the 9th spot. Not quite going to do it as he's trying to catch Ernie Irvin.
Terry Labonte blew an engine across the start-finish line as he got the white flag.
And Dale Earnhardt will come out of turn 4 and take the checkered flag to win the Checker 500. Earnhardt's Goodwrench crew celebrating. There's Richard Childress.
Mark Martin crashes down in turn 1, but they had got their checkered flag already.
Here's the checkered flag. Morgan Shepherd wins. Jeff Bodine crosses in second. Dale Earnhardt finishes third and wins the Winston Cup. He becomes only the second driver to win the championship more than 3 times. And Mark Martin is going to finish this race in 5th position. There's Richard Childress. Let's go to John Kernan.
This time by 1 to go, and Ricky Rudd is there knocking on the door. To the stripe. White flag is out. Rudd goes to the inside. Makes his move. Ricky Rudd with that Waddell Wilson power. Here comes Earnhardt back on the outside. Ricky Rudd hangs her low. Wallace looking on from about 4 car lengths back straightaway. Earnhardt has the advantage into 3. Stays high. Here comes Rudd. One more try. Pulls up on the inside. Down they come to the line. It will be Earnhardt's 49th Winston Cup win by less than a car length over Ricky Rudd.
White flag this time.
One more lap around this half-mile racetrack in Martinsville, Virginia for Dale Earnhardt, looking for his 50th career Winston Cup win. The tremendous crowd on hand this afternoon is on its feet. They're cheering for Dale as he brings the Goodwrench Chevrolet off of turn number 4, heads for the checkered flag, and there it is. Dale Earnhardt wins at Martinsville.
Last lap is underway. Earnhardt looking for his 51st win, his 29th superspeedway win. Can he stay there? Here's Elliott at the line. Chevy in front. Ford in second. Ford in third. Chevrolet in fourth. At 195 miles an hour, they approach the 3rd and 4th turn for the final time. Dale Earnhardt just shovels it in, turns it sideways, feels that car just begin to lift up a little, and he pulls away by a car length. Here come the Fords, closing on the outside. Mark Martin now trying to help Bill Elliott. As they close, here they come to the trioval. The final few moments of the race. Here's Elliott coming up to the high side. He's not going to make it. He comes to the inside. He's pulled a throw to the inside that did not work. It was too late. Dale Earnhardt has done it again. Wow, what a race.
In his career, white flag is out for Dale Earnhardt. Again, maintained second, followed closely by Morgan Shepherd. The question now is Harry going to be able to hang on for 2nd spot as Earnhardt is at the end of the backstretch? Earnhardt brings the car off of corner number 4. Dale Earnhardt wins the Tyson Holly Farms 400. Gant does finish second, followed by Morgan Shepherd, Davey Allison, Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace, and Brett Bodine. There's the trophy being held up by Chocolate Myers and Richard Childress and the others, and they know that since the race is about to start and Dale is about to take the green flag, that he's going to win that 5th championship. Look at the tremendous crowd on hand here today. The green flag is out, and we are underway with the Hardee's 500. The 5th championship for Dale Earnhardt. It's official.
White flag.
Final lap is underway. Irvin settles down in 1. He's got one more shot to take. It's Dale Earnhardt in front. Remember what happened to Earnhardt just a week ago on Saturday night with $300,000 at stake when he came to turn 3. He's
got a good lead. He got a good jump off that corner. That was Dale's end. This is the end for number 4 in Irvin. He's better in this corner. But it looks like he drove it in there.
the 33rd annual Coca-Cola 600. And by 3-4 car lengths, Dale Earnhardt has come home the winner of the Coca-Cola 600.
The white flag is out. One more lap to go for Dale Earnhardt, and he'll record his first victory since Charlotte last year.
May of Charlotte. That's a long time ago, wasn't it? Final lap. And I tell you what, he said, baby, hang on. I know he is. Because the team that is as accustomed to winning as Dale Earnhardt, Richard Childress, and all this crew, this last May was a long time ago.
The 54th win of his illustrious career in Winston Cup competition. Here is Dale Earnhardt winning the Trans-South Financial 500.
White flag is down. 1 to go. 145, 430 mile an hour average. It's just about a tenth better for a new record if they can stay with it. As we watch this battle further back in the field, that's third spot in jeopardy. Out in front is Earnhardt, sailing away toward his third Coca-Cola 600 victory. Here to the inside comes the 18. Down to the line comes the 3. They're side by side in a battle further back in the field for third. Back to the line comes Earnhardt to win it. Across in second will be Gordon. Here they are for third. At the stripe, it will be Jarrett.
Last lap. Look how close. Earnhardt might just be doing that. Knowing him, he probably got a big run on his face. If they think you're catching me, watch this.
Back straightaway for the final time. 2 Chevys and a Ford. Earnhardt, Jarrett, and Allison. And as they come off turn 4, Dale Earnhardt notches his 56th career Winston Cup victory, his third at Dover Downs.
Now with about a car length and a half advantage on Ken Schrader as they come onto the tri-oval and look for the white flag. There it is, 1 lap to go.
Okay, who has what? Earnhardt wonders how much does Schrader have.
It's time to show your stuff if you have any. Jeff Gordon looking to the high side of Sterling Marlin in 4th position. Rudd is in 5th. Earnhardt hangs on to the lead as Gordon drives up right on the back bumper of Sterling Marlin.
Oh, here comes Sterling. Schrader on the outside, Sterling on the inside.
Just ran out of racetrack, didn't have enough racetrack on the inside to make the move on Earnhardt and had to slide up behind him. That could give Dale the advantage and the win, as a matter of fact. Here they come off the 4th corner. Schrader and Marlin are side by side. Dale Earnhardt is going to win the Pepsi 400, and for second it is Marlin, just inches over Ken Schrader, with Ricky Rudd, I believe, 4th, and Jeff Gordon in 5th.
What a show by Earnhardt. Got all beat up last week. 38th, 34th position, way out of it, lost a lot of points. Going to get a few back today, not that many, but a few on Dale Jarrett and that Winston Cup points battle as it moves on to Talladega, Alabama. Back with you in September. We'll be at Richmond, Virginia on a Saturday night. 1 to go here. And Richmond always gives you a great race. And of course, then in October is Charlotte, North Carolina. Certainly one of our favorites. One of yours, although it's treated you pretty bad sometimes.
Yeah, but man, there's been good days there too. That's what you think about.
Earnhardt can pick up about 50 points based on today's race if it just holds together on this last 2.5 mile trip around the Pocono International Raceway. Rusty Wallace scooping a little air here at the end of this one.
He knows he's running as hard as he can, and he's seeing that little black 3 set out in front of him. I guarantee you, Rusty go home say, I ran as hard as I can. It's not over, but we just got 2 more turns to make.
He can feel good about today. Morgan Shepherd and Bill Elliott can feel great about today. The crowd rising to their feet, not just for Earnhardt, but for all of these Winston Cup drivers for this outstanding event they have given in Pocono, Pennsylvania, after they have lost one of their own, one that they all admired, loved, and cared about. Dale Earnhardt has won. Rusty Wallace comes home second.
And here comes Jarrett down on the inside.
White flag coming out this lap. There's Kyle Petty up there. He's the strongest guy in that bunch. Looks like a chance to run on Earnhardt. And there he goes to the inside.
Final lap, Kyle dropped to the bottom. Urban goes up on top. Kyle pushes it hard.
I guarantee Urban's going to go 3 wide to the bottom with Jarrett. There's that bottom lane open for him.
All right, this is the run for the money. Last lap. Urban there on the inside. Earnhardt on the outside. Kyle works him over.
Who's going to help this? Which one does Kyle Petty get behind? Whoever he gets behind's got a shot to win this race. And there comes a 6. He's going to enter into it.
Martin with a good, solid run. He might be able to dip under both of them, or all three of them coming off that.
About 5 seconds to pay dirt. Here they come. Urban on the inside.
That shortcut on the inside is going to be of some help.
As they come to the line, dead even.
I think Earnhardt won the race. It was awfully close.
Is this Talladega? Do we do this every time we race up here?
Isn't that something?
Unbelievable to run the kind of race that's been here today and finish it with a few inches.
Give it to Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt has done it again.
Rusty Wallace wins his 10th Winston Cup event of 1993 and the 31st of his career, but there is also celebration in the GM Goodwrench. Richard Childress, Dale Earnhardt pit as Earnhardt has won the 1993 NASCAR Winston Cup Championship. He wins it at 42 years of age. Richard Petty continued to compete for 17 years after winning his 6th title. Imagine how many championships Dale could achieve if he continues to race until the year 2010, which is 17 years from now.
White flag for Dale Earnhardt. 1 to go.
Here on the main straightaway, at least, are on their feet, waving their black GM Goodwrench hats and saluting the champion of the Trans-South Financial 400 for 1994. His 60th career win in NASCAR Winston Cup competition, still ranked 6th in all-time victories. Here is Dale Earnhardt taking the checkered flag and winning the Trans-South Financial 400. Talladega superspeedway. It is Earnhardt, Michael Waltrip, and Ken Schrader running first, second, and third, and then Ernie Urban. And behind Urban, a tremendous battle for position involving several cars. Sneaks up on Ken Schrader. Boy, he had the run going, and Michael Waltrip trying to go by Earnhardt. Earnhardt made the track awfully wild.
Just as they enter the corner there, he just cannot stay down like Earnhardt. White flag.
He's tough.
Boy. No matter who wins, I'm telling you, that's the drive of the year right there by Rick Mast. To come back from such a wreck and to pull down on Dale Earnhardt like he's doing right now. Now that's Earnhardt's play right there. He does that.
Here comes Mast, right to the bumper, slides it sideways, and Earnhardt holds him off to win the race and knock down his 7th Winston Cup championship.
David Pearson, he got a little bit of you in him. He slowed up just to make that look exciting. I guarantee you.
He might have, but old David Pearson never would have done it. I've been scared he'd pass me.
He nearly did. Andy Petrie winning crew chief. Make that champion crew chief. And Earnhardt gives the crowd a big wave.
Here comes Dale Earnhardt on corner number 4, looking for the white flag. 1 more lap to go in the first Union 400, and Dale Earnhardt will pack up his first victory of 1995.
and extend his points lead over Sterling Marlin, who is running in 7th position a lap down. Earnhardt now off of corner number 3, corner number 4, and Dale Earnhardt has won his first of 1995, extending his streak of winning at least one race every year over the last 14 years. The streak starting in 1982. Here's John Turner with Andy.
I wouldn't want a steady diet of this, but I really look forward to it.
Here we go. Here we go. He's got him on the inside of turn 6. Never could have thought he'd make the pass there, but he did it. Now let's see, can Martin do anything with him here coming into 7? Now Earnhardt's got a bigger lead.
Yeah.
Got a good lead coming in here. And he's been getting through this corner good. Both of them have. Martin's car slides coming in there pretty hard. He kept it under control. Now Jeff Gordon moves up on Martin, and Earnhardt pulls away.
Something has gone wrong with Martin's car. Something. Here's how it happened.
Up in turn 6, the carousel, and Martin gets the car sideways as he gets in the corner, and Earnhardt just drove by. Boy, he took advantage of that little bit of a wiggle that Mark's car made there, and just drove right on by. And here comes Dale Earnhardt towards me as the leader of the Save Mart Supermarkets 300, and Jeff Gordon trying his best.
Oh, he almost lost it.
And he's going in jeopardy of losing third spot to Ricky Rudd.
In any case, Dale Earnhardt sees the white flag, indicating one more lap to go, and Jeff Bodine has spun from 9th position.
He was trying to pass his brother on the outside. He's trying to get going the other direction, and he turns right in front of Dale here. All right. Man.
This is the last lap. Here's Jeff and Todd.
Jeff on the outside down in turn 11, and we saw that before. Just around he went.
Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt now has the lead of the Save Mart Supermarkets 300. Mark Martin back on pace, is within a car length or so. Jeff Gordon runs third, then Rudd and Labonte.
Here's Earnhardt coming into turn 7 for the last time. He's going to come in a little bit easier this time than he's been coming. Martin will close in on him. Gordon closes in on Martin. Martin gets right up with a car length. But Earnhardt, going through here easy, was able to accelerate off that turn. That's exactly what he wanted to do. Keep the car in as straight a line as he possibly could, because he knows it's going to be tough to pass down through here. The only problem he has now, Benny, is down there at you. Turn 11, that's right. That's what Mark Martin's only hope is, to outbreak Dale Earnhardt in turn 11. But Earnhardt has been getting out the corner a little bit better than Mark. Here they come. Earnhardt comes down in the corner. Mark down in the corner.
They come through the corner, and for the first time in his NASCAR Winston Cup career, Dale Earnhardt wins on a road course. There's a checkered flag. He beats Mark by about 3 car lengths. Jeff Gordon, Ricky Rudd, Terry Labonte, and Ted Musgrave are following.
Earnhardt sees Doyle Ford poised in the starter stand with the white flag indicating 1 lap to go. There it is. 2.5 miles to race in the second Brickyard 400. And Dale Jarrett takes a look to the inside of Rusty Wallace for second. And Dale Earnhardt would love to see that, because as long as those two are battling side by side, it gives Earnhardt a little bit of an advantage. They go through the second corner quickly, and now they're on the backstretch for the final time in 1995 at Indianapolis. And the interval remains about the same. About 7 or 8 car lengths. Dale Earnhardt in command of the Brickyard 400 as he enters turn number 3. And there is no battle at the moment for second position, as Dale Jarrett has settled back behind Rusty Wallace. And now for the final time, they come through corner number 4. Dale Earnhardt enters the straightaway and looks for the checkered flag this time, and he sees it. Dale Earnhardt has won the second Brickyard 400. The GM Goodwrench crew celebrates Dale Earnhardt's 66th victory in NASCAR Winston Cup competition, and the richest purse in all of NASCAR.
That 98 car, Jeremy Mayfield, the RCA car, has done a terrific job today. Something happened. He lost 3 laps earlier on. He's been there all day long. 3 laps down. My hat's off to Jeremy. Good run.
Earnhardt in 16th position.
Yep. His closest pursuer was Mike Wallace, who just spun, so undoubtedly Jeremy will finish in 16th position.
And Labonte gets under Rusty. Here he comes.
Here's
white flag.
The last lap of the race. Dale Earnhardt is in front. Labonte moving to the inside of Rusty Wallace. In a battle for second, they come out of the second corner, and Terry has the position from Rusty. Let's see how it shakes out as they enter turn 3. Rusty moving alongside. Earnhardt comes off corner number 4. He wins the Goodies 500, and for second place, it's Terry Labonte. Dale Earnhardt indeed has done everything that he had to do. We knew coming in he had to win the race, lead the most laps. He's going to do both, but unfortunately for him, the championship has already gone to Jeff Gordon, who clinched it when he led a lap very early in the contest. Here comes Dale Earnhardt down. The white flag is showing. And 1 lap to go for Dale Earnhardt, and Victory Lane is a mob scene down there as Earnhardt will be there within just a few minutes.
There's no room for him to get in there.
I'm sure they will find some room. Now he's a half a lap away from victory. His 5th win of 1995, 68th career win, 42nd on the superspeedways. It's his 7th win here in Atlanta. It ties him with Cale Yarborough for the most wins. Dale Earnhardt wins the 1995 season finale at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Napa 500.
Inside of 5 laps remaining as we're back live to Dale Earnhardt, the race leader. Dale Jarrett, Ricky Craven, Ricky Rudd, Steve Grisham, Kenny Wallace, Sterling Marlin. That's the 7, and Bobby Hillen spins. Bobby Hillen spins, and now is he going to be able to get the car going off the apron of the racetrack? He is inside of turn 2. No caution flag yet. Dale Earnhardt, the race leader, is in turn 3.
Bobby Hamilton has just pitted. No caution yet.
And now it is out. Now it is out, and it has been taken by the leader, Dale Earnhardt. Caution is being displayed at lap 390. Now the question is, can they get this race restarted? We're just 3 laps from the finish. Remember, you've got to get Hillen away, and there he comes down the back pit lane. You would be looking at a green, white, and checker if they can get it done quickly, but I believe we're going to run out of laps. There aren't going to be enough laps to get this race going again and have a green lap finish at the conclusion.
They're still going to get the pace car out on the racetrack.
We're already at 391 of 393.
Yep.
We're not going to be able to do it.
And you're not going to pick the pace car up on this lap. Yes, you are. Elmo's on the racetrack.
So at lap 390, you've got Bobby Hillen, who brings out the 10th caution of the day as he spins in turn number 2, but this is going to be the white flag. And we are going to end under caution. There's Dallenbach. He's not going to make it around. And the white and the caution. This race will end under yellow for Dale Earnhardt. He will come home with the win. It will be his 3rd here at the North Carolina Motor Speedway. Let's go down to the Earnhardt pit area.
Well, guys, we're standing down here. I'm going to try to get a word with Richard Childress if I can. He's talking to Dale on the radio right now. He's coming down off of the toolbox there, and he's talking to Dale. First of all, Richard, congratulations. It was a hard-fought day, but finally turns out okay.
Yeah, I feel good for the whole race team. It's the winner. Everybody really worked hard. This is a brand-new car, and, man, it's worked good all day. We were a little off yesterday evening, and really tuned her in there good with the chassis. David and Bobby and Dale worked real good together on it.
Well, congratulations again. We're going to make our way to Victory Lane. We'll talk to Earnhardt in just a moment. Back to Eli Gold.
All right, Glenn, this will be the first Winston Cup race since Charlotte in 1994, the October event, to end under caution. Of course, the ongoing question, you hate to see it. Would anybody have caught Earnhardt anyway? I kind of doubt it, but you'd like to have seen him get a chance. Checkered flag in the air for Dale Earnhardt and the GM Goodwrench Racing Team winning the Goodwrench Service 400.
White flag is about to come out. 1 more lap. 1.522 miles to go for Dale Earnhardt. There's the white flag.
Earnhardt will be the first 2-time winner of 1996, winning the race at Rockingham, and now here in Atlanta, if he can just make it back.
Just got a half a lap to go now as he takes the car into corner number 3 for the final time. Now in 4 and onto the straightaway, here is Dale Earnhardt taking the checkered flag and winning the Purelator 500 at Atlanta Speedway. Career victory number 70. And with the 8th win here in Atlanta, he breaks a tie with Cale Yarborough for the most Atlanta wins on the all-time list.
2 laps to go.
Big time hit by Spencer, but I told you Bobby Labonte was moving just a little while ago. What a muscle move on the outside. Fastest qualifier here for the 500, showing his muscle now.
3 makes in the 500, Chevy, Pontiac, Ford, that's how they run. But Earnhardt has a benefit. There's a slow car up ahead.
And there's trouble coming off of turn 2. Some cars get strangled. It might be this. Whoever gets back to the start-finish line, they'll get the white and the yellow together.
Lake Speed and John Andretti tangle as the leaders head for turn number 3. Andretti and Spencer got together.
This could be the Daytona 500. Bobby Labonte goes to the outside.
Labonte up high. Earnhardt uses the lap car of Rick Mast as a pick. 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500. Finally, the most anticipated moment in racing. If John Elway can win the Super Bowl, Dale Earnhardt said he could win the Daytona 500. And if he comes around under caution to complete this final lap, the taste of long-awaited victory will be his.
Wow, what a drive by Dale Earnhardt, doing everything he had to do today.
Bobby Labonte saying, boy, I needed that last lap.
At the top of the show, you saw the steely eyes of Dale Earnhardt. I'll bet they'll be tearful when he pulls into victory lane.
Let me tell you, it'll make the strongest man on earth cry when you win this race. It's special.
Bobby Labonte comes across the line to the caution flag in 2nd. Jeremy Mayfield's Ford 3rd. Kenny Schrader with a shot at that $2 million bonus, as did Bobby Labonte. Checkered flag. Dale Earnhardt finally is a champion of the Daytona 500.
One more lap to go. One more tour on the 2.66-mile trioval at Talladega. The first 3 cars are running together, and then the big shuffle is on. 4 positions back of that. It's Dale Earnhardt, Dale Jarrett, and Mark Martin, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Then Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart. And look at the shuffle behind that.
Man, I'd rather be up there in the top 3, tell the truth. Here comes Jerry Nagy on the inside of Schrader. It's got to be a battle for about the 7th or 8th position. Meanwhile, here's the lead.
Will there be any position changes here as they come off of the banking and into the trioval for the final time? Is it going to be Earnhardt? Is it going to be Jarrett? Is it going to be Mark Martin? They get closer to the line. It's going to be Dale Earnhardt winning the Die-Hard 500.
This might be deja vu all over again, but in reverse.
And Labonte inside of Earnhardt. He taps him going into the 3rd corner. He gets way down on the apron of the track, coming to the white flag. There's a leader change, and Labonte takes the lead.
And meanwhile, Ricky Rudd trying to...
Oh, and Earnhardt spins him out.
Oh, man.
And Tony Stewart is involved in the crash, as is Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, and several others. Dale Earnhardt takes the checkered flag.
And Jimmy Spencer ran 2nd.
White flag, man, white flag.
Well, it's all going to be settled in 2.66 miles from now. Earnhardt, Jarrett, Ward Burton is there, Rudd is there.
Somebody's awfully high down in the corner. Meanwhile, the 2 cars break out. Dale Jarrett, Dale Earnhardt. Right down there in reverse. Earnhardt is in front.
Half a lap from the conclusion of the Winston 500. The conga line. Earnhardt moves to the inside, the outside. Jarrett's got drafting help from Ward Burton. Jarrett has to make a move. Here comes Burton. Ward Burton, two car lengths back, a car length back. Now watch for Jarrett to try to get to the inside. Final turn, they head for the trial. Earnhardt, here comes Jarrett, here comes Burton. Earnhardt blocks the way. And Dale Earnhardt will win the Winston 500. Jarrett finishes second, Ricky Rudd third, Ward Burton fourth, and the celebration begins.
They're coming down for the white flag. One more lap to go. Labonte has the good run here in the quad oval. He took a look to the inside, couldn't make the move. He'll head for the top side of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2, but Dale Earnhardt maintains the lead down the backstretch for the final time. Labonte right on the rear spoiler.
And Earnhardt goes in high. That's going to leave some room for Labonte on the bottom.
Here comes Bobby Labonte making a charge. They come toward the line. Who will it be? It is going to be... I don't know. I don't either.
Will look like Earnhardt just by a little bit. Richard Childress, both these cars running 1-2 as they come for the white flag. Oh, Earnhardt loose. They're getting it out on the inside. They're getting it back in. But he's on the apron of the racetrack, Ned.
He saves the race car up almost against Bobby Labonte. Dale Earnhardt Sr. has come from 17th spot in 4 laps to lead it on the final lap.
But Kenny Wallace is in second spot, followed by
his teammate,
Joe Nemechek.
Nemechek was the pole sitter, and Kenny Wallace has likewise never won a Winston Cup race. 3 Chevrolets on the final lap at Talladega. $2.7 million and $1 million bonus for Dale Earnhardt if he can hang on. The No Bull 5 contender, Mr. Restricted Race, Dale Earnhardt comes down and will take his 10th career victory at Talladega.